Have you noticed that a year has passed and you're in the same position and you're wondering, man, where did that year go? What happened? In this video, I'm going to cover why that is and what you can do about it coming up. There are only very few regrets that I have at 50, and one of them is being that I didn't specialize early on. Not specializing on one thing, that's one of the things that I regret. If you're wandering through life, not having a game plan, not having goals, not specifying on something, or not setting or being clear on a specific goal that you want out of life, and just wandering through it. Not saying that it's easy, it's just a different type of pressure in that sense, but your minimum life goals or your minimum life expenditures are not that much, so therefore you can get away with just chilling, being a little more comfortable, not having a game plan, just going out, doing the thing, see what it comes along, and then just taking it a day at a time, like I said before. So the biggest two things with that, the biggest two regrets with that is not specializing and wandering through life. There's a saying that somebody told me in my 30s, that says the good thing about the future is that it only comes a day at a time. But the bad thing about it is if you're not doing anything towards your goals or towards your future, whatever you want to do in your future, then time is just passing you by, and before you know it, the future is here and you haven't accomplished anything that you wanted to do. The time does come a day at a time. That's the beautiful thing. If there's one thing that you get out of this, is that time passes a day at a time. And if you can attack on something that you like daily, you can accomplish a lot in life. If not, you'll see the time passes by and you'll have many regrets. What would I do if I was in my early 20s that I didn't do or do differently, and something that I recommend you do? The first thing that I would recommend is for you to set 3 goals in life, at least major goals to focus on, but that you can work on slowly on them. The first one is how to make money, how to get yourself to a position that you're starting to generate income and build upon that to go higher up, scale up, automate, systematize. But the most important thing is just how to get your money flowing into you, getting that cash flow. That's one of the first goals that I would focus on, is how to make more money. The second part of that is your health. Focus on your mental health, your physical health, because you only have one body and you live in that, and you're going to live in that hopefully for many years down the line. And you want to make sure that at the end is fine-tuned, working well for you, so you don't have to spend money from number 1 trying to fix number 2, which at the end of the day you're going to realize is most important, because that's what you value the most in this earth. The third thing that I would suggest, the third goal that I would like for you to focus on, or that I would do differently, is focus on something that brings me joy or brings me purpose. So if you can find something that brings you joy and purpose and start getting a goal about that and working on that daily, that in turn is going to be like a pressure release that is going to allow you to keep doing on the things that you want to do, keep working on the other 2 goals, but at the same time enjoying life and not stressing or overstressing on things. Look, we will all have problems at any given time in life. That's a given. You know, a little bonus tip here is not about not wanting or having problems, because we all will have problems. You will have problems the rest of your life. The key is what kind of problems, the scale of it, how you solve them, or how strong you are to overcome those. Resourcefulness is key with that. So back to number 3, find something that gives you joy, something that you have a purpose for, and that will help you out a lot with the other 2 goals. Now, the second major thing that I would request for you to do, that I would do differently if I was young, is of those 3 goals, start reverse engineering them, meaning start with the end in mind. What is it that you want to accomplish? Be clear about it. How does it look like? And start working your way backwards. When you start working your way backwards, you will see what are the minimum requirements to get into what you want to do. What are the steps necessary that you want to do? What are the systems that you must implement? What are the daily behaviors that you must do so that you can actually take daily steps to accomplish that? So before you know it, you have reached that goal because you worked on it daily. So reverse engineering is clearly the important step in this, so that you can create the behaviors that will lead you to the steps, the fundamentals that are required for your goals. That's one thing that I would do differently. Focus, specialize, reverse engineer it, and then work the plan on that. The third thing is plan your week, plan your day, be intentional on your actions. If you take daily actions of the things that you've prepared, that you've planned on, you will achieve your goals. Even little tiny steps, tiny things that you focus on a daily basis will have big results because you focused on that, you were self-disciplined on that, and you were consistent on that. That is the key driver to a lot of things that nobody talks about. But you want to make sure that you're intentional, that you're proactive, not reactive. Most of the time in life, I've been reactive. Something happens, I've taken action on that. Something doesn't happen, I let it be. But if you're intentional about things, you don't have to wait till things happen. You can avoid certain problems and you could go further and faster in life. Remember, the most consistent habits that you make or that you establish, or the behaviors, I would say, that you do daily, the better the results you're going to end up getting. Because that's another thing about life. Life is about what you do daily. You eat bad daily, you're going to have bad results eventually. You eat good, you're going to have good results. Let me give you a quick quote by James Clear from the Atomic Habits book. He says, you fall to the level of habits that you have. So if you have good habits and you're not intentional about something, you will default to good things. If you have bad habits and you stop focusing on the things, your goals, that's why losing weight, that's why a lot of things are hard, is because we're trying to do something that is completely against the habits that we've created for a long time. So if you want a secret on that, is start changing the behavior so that the behavior start changing the habits. And then when you actually are doing the things intentionally, even if you miss a day or two, you're going to default to good habits and you're going to get good results. That's a secret of thing. That's money right there. And a lot of people are not talking about that. If you pay close attention to that and implement that, that's huge for you in life. So I covered on the main 3 things right now that you can do to start getting ahead when you're young or at any age. It's never too late to start. But if you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, or early 30s, please do this, watch it over, write down the things that I've said and implement them. Get your goals going, reverse engineer them, and take intentional action. If you do that, you're going to start getting amazing results. Don't just wait for life to happen to you, because you never know how that can turn out. Please be intentional. Please do this. And also start working on these next 4 things that I'm talking about in this video coming up, so that you can see how you can evolve that and get into better things in life. I'm Dad2Excel. I hope this brings you good information. Please give a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want more information like that. I'm also going to be covering some how-to videos pretty soon. I want to get the ball rolling right now, so I'm barely getting started with this again. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. Share it with somebody that you know. And watch that next video. You're going to be surprised how you'll learn a couple more things that are going to help you out in life. I'm Dad2Excel, because this dad wants you to excel in life.